So, hello YouTube and everybody. It's MeshedPotato. I'm back after a little break. Please excuse my lighting. My studio is not yet perfectly set up again. Um, you can expect this in the next streams. Today we are dealing with a driver simulation. So this is a vehicle. It's literally a crossover between different brands. That's a geometry that was crafted by TU Munich, a university in Germany, and they have kind of a standard body for both aerodynamic testing and CFD. So that's what we're dealing with. The simulation is a large eddy simulation, which dates back a few years. It's from a competition. And today we are porting the visualization from the old rendering to the new rendering. The old rendering was actually CPU based because historic. Nobody ever changed it because there was not yet the need, and I was not shouting, crying loud enough that I finally wanted to have a GPU renderer. As the old renderer, the new GPU-based renderer is ray tracing, but it has some representations of materials which look way better than the old one did. And it's also very, very interactive now, which it did not used to be in the old days. You know, once upon a time, and so on. So, now we are waiting for the simulation to pop up. It's quite a beefy one. It has like 130 million cells, and I'm trying to load it up on GPUs right here, right now. That's currently my workstation, so it's not yet loading into VRAM. It's loading into the normal RAM right now, but that's fine, I guess. Yes, just checking if it's actually doing something. So once it has loaded the full simulation, we can start here and visualize things. I have also prepared some extra geometry right around, and just in case you're interested, here we go. We have a screen. Just in case you are interested, I also created a blog about that new GPU render, which you can find on my LinkedIn post, obviously, which you can find on my blog page, so on Simcenter blog page actually, and I'm going to post it in chat once it opens. Here you go. If you have feedback for me, for my streams, for my live sessions, for my blogs and so on, I'm very happy to read it in the comments or directly drop me a message in LinkedIn or wherever. If you send me a connection request on LinkedIn, I will be very happy to answer it, especially if you just say, hey, I'm from your... If you just drop a message so I have a connection, how we know each other. Okay? Perfect. So that's like the very old render. That is the non-advanced rendering. I'm sitting in front of the scale. Yeah, but it's okay. So this is the old rendering, and we have some lights on. So this is like the scene how you set up things, right? And yeah, that's the very old thing. So for every different material, I have a different displayer here, and I can see what is enabled, what is disabled. So I have rims, tires, suspension, lights, light badges, all the parts of the wind tunnel themselves, and so on. And down here I also have a global light enabled, which is just relative to our perspective from the camera. So I have like a streamlight next to the camera, so to say. Turning this off, it looks like that. And now comes the part which I normally did for my work before we had ray tracing. And this is that. I click that button and nothing happens at first. Yeah, I can hear my CPU CUDA spool up. Can we even see it? Ah, not yet. Ah, we can. Yeah, see, all threads are going full steam here. I'm quite happy that this computer over there is not used for the stream, because I need to do a setup for the stream. But as you can see, it has an estimated time of 8 minutes. And if I want to do anything in that, like turning the scene now, that's hardly interactive. See? And it's kind of slow. And this is a very, very beefy machine. Imagine doing this on your laptop. Okay? So, turn on. Compared to our other studio scene, I would just turn it to very low for the start, just hoping that it will start faster. It's just a little loading at the beginning, which is takes a few seconds. Let us load and see what it does. Just need to answer a little message. Oh damn, I forgot my dog upstairs. So here we go. Well, that was quick. So let's see what happens if I switch this to high. Let me get this a little bigger. See, I can interactively turn this around. Let me just for now, looks a little bit different. Let me just for now disable this and restore some view. And this basically is the new renderer. And the coolest thing for me is not only that it has, well, I touched the mouse, my bad. It's not only that it's really fast, but the materials are just different. They just look different, they just look better. You can even see how it continues to render and gets better and better. Make no mistake, this is the first release of this new renderer, and we are working on it to make it faster, better, and everything. And what I'm showing here is quite a beefy scene, because the light is actually just 1,000,000 light bulbs on the roof. What? And I'm out. And this is something we are going to recreate today, or better to say, we are recreating a much more complex scene today. Okay, let's go. As you can see, it has finished, and or it hasn't finished, it takes a while. Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, I need to pick up my dog upstairs, so please hold the line for like 70 seconds. Thank you. Hi, are you still there? I hope so. I'm back. I brought my dog. So let's start right into here with an empty scene. Yeah, let's close this one as well. First I'm going to import the tunnel, which I want to color then. I hope meters is the correct dimension. I prefer the B representation. Let's go. Did I say please put open a geometry scene afterwards? I hope so not. Okay, we have imported it, hopefully. So let's make a new studio scene, right? Parts, tunnel is here. Okay, tunnel is there. So let's put it here, and let's first, that's also new. So first thing is, when you drag and drop parts into the scene like I just did, it wants to create a new displayer. So first you have like the option to go for distinguish, which I actually said that should be the standard option because I like it most. Geometry colors, well, that doesn't need an explanation. Mesh, studio materials per part, that's new. And feed functions. So here you can directly then select what you want to have. So want to have pressure or something, which I would always advise doing like with the filter. Yeah. But in this case we want to start, as we put just geometry over there, with distinguish. Okay. Let's do everything what's in here. Obviously we don't see anything because this representation is latest volume surface and it's just a geometry representation. Okay, here we go. There's my tunnel. Oh, I even put the block ends in there. That's very, very cool. That's very, very clever of me. So actually it's doing ray tracing right now, but you don't know it, you don't recognize it, right? Yeah, that's the neat part. You don't recognize it. But that's also cool because at some point this might even be that we could get rid of the other scene. I'd only have this one. Okay. So, tip number one, when working with this new studio scene, what I classically do is I create a new custom tree. You can, yeah, a custom tree is basically something like this, but you pick then objects you want to have in there, and then you can put other things you just want to have, which is literally just creating the whole tree anew, but only with those things that you actually want to have right now. And what I typically do is, after renaming that scene to tunnel, and I put the tunnel in here, right? And then I also put the rendering materials below. And you can see we have advanced rendering here, which is like the classical materials that we used to have in the old view. But now we also got a menu saying studio. And I'm dragging the studio materials over here. Why am I doing this? Because now I got them side by side. And I can then say I want to put different materials to different parts. Because the old logic is gone, where I said I'm taking one part, putting it in one displayer, And every single displayer can only have one material. Yeah? The logic has now changed. I can put all parts into a displayer and then say, yeah, but this material has that, this part has that material, this part had that material. And if I wanted to have different materials before, I needed to have separate displays. That's now gone. So, I think this is a productivity upgrade. So that makes it easier for you to build your scene with displayer structures and so on. Of course, I can still say I want to have the whole displayer with a material. So I show you now. This one is set to automatic. I can also set it to per part for the whole display. Or I just say, okay, let's go. Let's make this car paint copy. Yeah, I obviously have created a few materials here. Then I say, okay. What has happened? Did you see anything? No. So what actually has happened, it keeps the color, the style as distinguished here, but it now applies a surface finish like the material car paint copy. Okay? Maybe better see it with something from the metallic range. So I click on gold which is a standard material, and I apply it, and the whole thing becomes metallic. Yeah, just like gold is, with a difference, it's not a gold color. We will later look how our materials are set up. So, what did I want to do now? Good question. When I switch from distinguished to studio materials now, the whole thing will no longer be every part different color, so I can distinguish one from each other. It will be the material that I have set. Ta-da! Gold. Yeah. And just in case you don't want your machine to be idling around, that's why I click on the tunnel, and that's also kind of quite new. We have rendering quality settings here. You know, before you fine-tune numerical values for quality in a logarithmic number from 0 to 1, and it was on a logarithmic scale, so 1 literally rendered forever, and 0.5, 0.6 was your normal settings, and minimum, maximum render passes per pixel and denoising and such. That's all gone. We have 5 categories, and I work in very high, but that's also something you can choose depending on your graphics. Actually, this does not matter when you move things around, because it will always restart the rendering, and rendering quality is more like how long do I ray trace everything. Okay? And when I have set it to high, then it's like rendering until quality high is reached. And when I set it to very high, it's rendering until I have reached very high quality. Here, you can customize your export resolution, but that's like only not the resolution that I see here. Together with this button, I can say, okay, I want to have the aspect ratio like in that export resolution, or I want to have like the full screen option, the full window option basically. So when I have this, like now, aspect ratio the same, and I go for square, it goes like this. But please, please don't. Actually, I need to talk to my developers because I want to have not 16 by 9, but 9 times 16 aspect ratio to produce more content for social media in here. But you can always like enter this here. So you say like 1080, and then I want to have 1920. So yeah, that's a kind of a non-familiar format for CFD maybe, but for social media that works. So let's get back. Let's just go over here, full HD back. Yes. Then we have a new icon, which is the triad, and I normally disable this for my visualizations because I don't want it in the way. Nobody cares in my exported files. Transparency override, mesh override, yeah, I don't care. So, going back to the studio materials. I said we have studio materials per part. Put all the parts in here, per drag and drop. You can also see, like, that's the ones. Yeah. Block end, block start, row tunnels, and signs. All in one thing, in one assembly. Yes, and I said it's all gold now. What I'm switching now is I'm going for automatic. Yeah, automatic would be the standard. And now it's all in one style. Okay, cool. So let's first customize these blocks here. Yeah. Let's make them really, really dark. Oh, I'm sitting in front of the menu. I need to work on the... I could put my camera on the other... No, I'm not putting my camera on the other side. So I say I set a material for this part. So let's see. There are two options that I have in mind. One is blackout, and one would be a very, very dark rubber, matte plastic just. And now I'm going for, let's just go for rubber, and I click on this. So what happens is I get a new pop-up menu that says, okay, you have a roughness, you have specular, you have metallic, you have a specular tint, which is obviously white, you have sheen, clear coat, emission, and transmission. So transmission means transparency. Emission means light. Yeah, we're not doing this. Clear coat, there's no clear coat on rubber. Sheen is like velvet something, but it's also explained when you hover over it, I guess. Now I just in the menu later. Specular tint is like reflections on the material, I guess. Metallic is, yeah, well, is it a metal? Does it look like a metal or not? And roughness is basically how rough is the material. And then we have color. So let's make a new material, and when I go for this, you can see it adds a name here. So it basically it says material is modified. Clicking OK will create a copy of rubber ivory black. That's fine, because I want to have rubber black here. Let's use that for the tunnel end, shall we? Okay, saying okay. Okay, where was it? It was under plastic, so rubber black. We can also call this tunnel end. Tunnel ends. And we have a tunnel end here. So, for the other tunnel end, let's go. Where is it? Here. So I just say, set material for part, and then I can go for my plastics and say tunnel ends. Here we go. If I want to customize material now, that's like here. Okay. You can see it is like the ray tracing that I'm working in, but it's super fluent. Yeah, I can easily move around and do anything I want to. Ooh, going to the tunnel. And yes. So, hiding this one as well. Okay. It's getting dark in here. But you can see, as you wait a little bit, the light comes through and lights up a little bit of the geometry in here. Okay. So, wow. Ah, that's most likely where we are going to put the car later on. So, shall we start with the tunnel themselves, or shall we first put the car inside? I'd say let's start with the tunnel itself. So, here we have fans. That's very interesting because I did not use them for my previous simulation. But I want to use them right here, right now. Let's get them. Vent fans. I see there are more over there. Vent fans. They are all selected here. And I set a material for them. So I right click on them and say I set a material for you. My fans, normally I'd say they are going to be Noctua brown. Shall we see if we can find a Noctua hex code? Noctua hex codes. Ah, okay. I've been to that Reddit thread for several times. Because it's not the very first time I show more. Ah, that's Pantone. Okay. Oh boy. What the hell is this? Other. Ah, okay. Then I should enter these codes, and then it gives me. Yeah. Let's just take this one here. PC2309. It is Pantone uncoated, I guess. I know it was Pantone coated PC, it said. So 2309, it was 23. Here we go. Seems not too helpful. What the hell is this? LAB values. I can, here's the hex code. Cool, thank you. So I'm Why am I looking on the wrong screen? Must be a little bit confusing. So we are taking on plastic. We are making let's do this paints. Sorry, I misclicked. Plastics glossy, plastic. Yeah, let's go for plastic, shall we? I'm always in the way. So color will be, I don't know, something for here right now. I will call it plastic. Noctua fan. I'm not getting paid by Noctua, so I'm just a big fan. Sorry, I just had to. Okay, yeah, that's a Noctua fan. Okay. So, by the way, as we are here, maybe you are interested in how to make this rotate in our end product. No. Stay here. Okay. No, okay. Cool. How to make this rotate in our end product. And for that, we are first measuring out these things. No, we're not. We are first making a new coordinate system, shall we? Advanced rendering materials, that was a needs you right now. Coordinate systems, laboratory, local, okay, nice, whatever. New Cartesian coordinate system, and we say edit in current scene, and we're going for this here. Select 3 points on a circle. What the hell? Cool. That shouldn't be the case. Okay. Maybe I found something that's not supposed to happen. So let's just make a new geometry scene for a split second and put road tunnel, the fan, the vents and the fan inside. I created the wrong stuff. So I didn't want to create a geometry scene. I should have created an empty one. So this one here is representation geometry, and then I can look at this, and here we got the fans. So first we are using the right side. So let's try again to make a coordinate system in here. Coordinate system, here we go. Edit in current scene. Okay. Click on the same diameter. Here we go. Now we have origin and we're going for a direction. So we say, you, good sir, need to have, so first we can apply. So we see it here. But you, good sir, need to go in that direction as my normal coordinate system. So x is actually x. And y, also j, should be y. Then I click on renormalize. It should be fine. Apply. Z is going upwards, Y is going that direction, and X is going that direction. So I could say close. And then I rename it left fans, or fan left, better to say. So let's create a new one and say, ah, cool, that was the right fan. And let's say, create this one here. Click. I'm selecting that edge because I really can see it quite well. Okay. So, same procedure. 1, 0, 0. You can leave it as you like. Yeah, you can keep it as it was. But I prefer to have that unified with a global direction. That's why I'm doing that stuff here. Then I say renormalize, and I say create, and I say close. So that's actually the left one. So we call that one the fan right. Right. And fan left. Fan left. So get out of here. Reopen that scene. So we have these coordinate systems over there. And what we are doing now is we are creating a little transition. So we are creating transforms. So we say simple transform and say fan left, and we say our coordinate system shall be fan left at 0, 0, 0. Wonderful. And we create a new simple transform calling it fan right. And we say you, good sir, have the coordinate system fan right. Okay. Let's now just create a screenplay for purposes. New screenplay. And we say existing scene, and we say we take the tunnel. And I call it tunnel. So what we are doing now here is, okay, we are putting this next to it. And we are dropping the transforms in here. 1, and 2. Cool. Now we are clicking on these buttons here, and calling them, I guess that's fan right, calling them fan right and fan left, and then looking at the simple transforms, and it's all wrong. So we say that's fan right, choose the coordinate system fan right, say that's 1, 0, 0, that's the x-axis. No, rotation and scale origin, 0, 0, 0, must be. And then rotation axis is 1, 0, 0. Translation is 0, 0, 0 for now. Scale is this and that, that's fine. So, and then we say in the second slot, we go for 360 degree. 360 is safe. I know we can only rotate 90 and it would look the same, but this time we are going for 360 degrees because we are safe. Okay. But we cannot apply this to the whole display now. What we need to do is we click on, did I do this for fan right? Yes, we need to do, we have this road tunnel events right. So we say move part to new displayer. and the new displayer shall be Studio Materials. So this time we can call this fan right. So we need another displayer here. That's like the only thing. Same color, because we said, yeah, use Studio Materials. Okay, and then we can say transform fan right. And now we say play. And it's rotating around something that we did not want to. What have we done wrong? So, fan right, fan right, fan right, fan right. Where's my coordinate system? Local coordinate system, fan right. Yes, because I chose the left fan. I'm so... Yeah, okay. This is left and this is right. What are you actually doing? So, this is actually then fan... This is actually fan left. See, if you mix up left and right, not even STAR-CCM Plus can correct you. It's not idiot proof. Okay, so now we select this one and say, see, I already named the parts left and right wrong, so how and why? Okay, cool. So move part to new displayer, Studio Material. And we have a new displayer called Studio Material, and we call it fan right. Fan right. And we say transform fan right. And we say rotate. And it's rotating. Cool, right? And now I don't know if it's rotating in the correct direction. No, it's not. Of course it's not. Of course, how could it be different? So we need to go minus 360 here. And then we can do this here and say, come on, go left fan and say 0, 0, 0 and go 1, 0, 0 and go 0, 0, 0 and go, okay, just this one and say minus 360 degree. And then we can say, okay, you, good sir, can go fan left. And then we have both rotating in the correct direction. Yeah, looks right. And you can see it stops and then it goes re-rendering it. Okay, done that. Fine. Let's do something interesting and finally start coloring stuff. So, let's go. First of all, I want these here to be steel. So, hey, come on. Set material for parts. I chose metal. There's some stainless steel beige in here. Oh, that's fine. I select that. Wait, did it work? Set materials, metals, stainless steel, beige. Did you do it? It looks, yeah, not a big change. So let's go for the goalposts. And let's say you, sir, are a different material. So you are going to be material stainless steel cold gray. Yeah, a little bit different. Yeah, I can see a difference. At least. What do we have here? Oh, we have road wet. That's interesting because we are just going to say set material for parts, liquids, water. Yeah, we have different kinds of water here, like Atlantic seawater, dirty water. Oh, let's go dirty water. Okay. Then we have these white lines. So we say set material for parts, and we say this needs to be a varnished paint, and it's going to be white. Lavender, are you kidding me? I'm going to call it white stripes. They should be really high specular, I guess. But I actually don't know what specular means in that case. Let's make it sheen, but reduce the clear coat and make it really rough, because they look rough, don't they? When I make it clear coat, I can also make the clear coat rough. Okay. No, it doesn't look good. So make the clear coat go away. Okay. Might need to be a little bit heller, a little bit brighter. A little bit brighter. Sorry, my brain keeps switching from English back to German for reasons. It's Friday afternoon. Okay, now we have white stripes. Let's set road. What's road lanes actually? Ah, that's these ones. Okay, so let's set a material for this part. I want it to be stones and ceramics. Oh, look, we have something called ground. Let's use that one. Ooh, I'm hungry. So, what's left? We can go for the sidewalk. So we can also select like 2 things and then say, oh, let's set a material for this one. Stones and ceramics. So what do we have here? Titanium carbide. That looks very, very metallic. I'm not sure if we want that. Porcelain has a big clear coat. I don't want it to be that shiny. Silicon is extremely metallic. I don't want it to be that metallic. Silicon carbide is also very metallic. So let's make this one a little bit brighter, okay? Good. Dim gray. Shall we call it sidewalk? Yes, we shall. We shall call it sidewalk. Okay. We have a pretty sidewalk. What is left? Ah, this is left. Okay. Shall we put these here as some metal? Let's just make them aluminum, shall we? No, that's too bright. What are they typically made of? Are these more like concrete elements? Are they plastic, or what are they? Let's say they are. I'd make them plastic. We could go for the other Noctua material. Would it be a little bit too much? I don't care. I don't care. Let's go for Noctua colors. Oh no, I did close something. Standard PQ 483C. Four, 8, 3C. Ah no, it's 483C. Here we go. And we have a hex number. You don't see it, I'm sorry. We have a hex number down here. And I will just copy that. Copy, copy. Copy that one. And then say, okay, let's make this here a new set material. And let's say it's going to be a paint. It will be a matte paint, but something different. Just use that to have some, yeah, like, it's completely matte. Like a new name, and then I can name it fan case, whatever. Say okay. And then I have paints here, fan case, and I can paste my color. It has a roughness, it's very rough. So we have Noctua vents in our tunnel. Very good. Let's move on. Shall we put colors to these elements, whatever they are? Ah, I call them lights. These are lights? No, I don't think so. They are lights. Let's set a material for them and just make some carbide here. Roughness, metallic. What is the ground? Oh, it's also very, very metallic. Okay, let's call them, yeah, lines on side. Let's just use the standard here. And of course we have the walls of the tunnel. But before we do them, let us deal with the lights. And for that, I just want to put everything that we haven't yet treated into a different color. So let me just take what we did not yet take and put it into aluminum, shall we? So I go here and say parts, and I say sign, goes all into aluminum, and area sheet metal, escape route signs, yes, light long, light front, spots, yeah, it should be all. Tunnel wall we are not showing currently. So at least we have something here. Okay, let's start. What do we have here? This looks like reflectors to me. So let's say set material for parts. Do we have... we have a mirror here. Let's set this as a mirror. These ones here might be actually glass or set parts for material. That's not glass, let's say it as white LED, okay. That's tunnel main lights, and we make the emissivity to 5. Yeah, that's fine. So the case can stay aluminum actually, but I'm not sure what else is in there. So we have this ones. That's lights glow. That's the mirrors. That's aluminum, that's fine. And lights long, that's the case outside. Yeah, let's keep it as aluminum. Good. Right. Furthermore, we have the escape route signs. They should be glowing in green. Set materials for parts, so we go for lights, go for green. and then we customize it a little bit, because that's really toxic. That's really toxic. The funny thing is, we can, despite this being a light surface, we can also say it has a clear coat. Yeah, works for me. And we can also say different emission color. So we can say the emission color is green and the color itself can be darker. But that works for me, I guess. Normally, if you have a neon sign, it glows a little bit more like whitish, but I'd say let's leave it at green, as a green light. Okay. Furthermore, what do we have here? What's this? Lights spot glow? That's the case. Ah, that's these again. Okay, so we have only this one here. So let's set these to... Ah, no, like that. Set material, and we go for lights. And we go... Yeah, let's start with... Ooh, that's tough. That's tough. That's tough. That's a lot. Didn't I just add the lights in here? In the main thing? Come on. Set material for part? It's white LED. I thought I had renamed that. Okay, I did not. Let's call it main lights. I thought I did. I did not. I'm only renaming this because I want to be able to customize it later. So let's go and put this set part material light. So light, where are you? I go main light first, and then I say I want a little bit more warm light, like this. Call it side lights, and it's going to be less intensity, so like 2. Oh, and I can say it should light in the same color. No, I can't do that. But I can put this here. Cool. So let's go for a view like that. Good. Tunnel walls. Tunnel walls are still not in the picture. Block start, block end, road tunnel, tunnel walls. So the tunnel walls shall be a lightish gray. You can already see when I close the tunnel walls, instantly it gets very, very dark. So let's set a material for this. Like, what's porcelain? Is it metallic? It's not metallic. So let's make something partly metallic, maybe. Side walls. Yeah, that's okay, that's okay. Roughness is okay. Specular tint, maybe a little bit sheen. I don't know actually if I should add some sheen here. Well, make it light gray. Did it work? Do we have the new material? Side walls, yeah, it's here. Okay, our scene is too dark. And it even becomes way darker if I say, you, sir, are going to be here. It's very, very dark now. We can fight this. By, so the side lights are not that bright. We can say like, okay, you're going up to 5. And main lights, you, good sir, are going up to 20. And see, that's adding some render time now. Because actually just having the lights from outside. That's pretty cheap. Having the lights in the scene directly and looking at it from, yeah, whatever perspective, that's actually a little bit tougher. Okay, we have more to do because our aluminum display is still very, very full. You can check what is all in here. Oh, there are edges. There are edges. We don't want edges here. But it doesn't matter, as long as they're not in the display, they're not going to be shown. Anyway, good. Let's put the parts from the signs in here. So road tunnel can be closed. Surfaces, the AT. Let me zoom in on that one. So the AT will be white LED, right? Set material to parts. Lights, white LED, and we're naming them AT. Light AT. Okay. It did not work. Ah, I see. I need to actually change the material to create a new one. Light 80. Here we go. Let's add some clear coat. Okay. Now, this one will be red LED. Set material for parts. Ah, not liquids, lights. Red LED. That's fine. The background of this, ooh, that's the whole stuff. But it needs to be black. So let's set material, paints, paint black glossy. Let's take paint black glossy for this one. Okay. Then we also have these here. Ah, look. Ah, we are setting this as mirror again. And these we set material for parts as lights, green LED. Wait, it's a little bit dark in here. That's mirror again. Set material for parts, lights. That's red LED. Oh, no. That's not red LED. That's mirror. You idiot. You potato. Glasses, mirror. And here we say set input parts for materials, and we say lights, red LED. So, whip, back. You need to be a little bit careful. Okay, we have a nice tunnel scene now. It's even wet road scenario. Okay, done that. let's go further. Let us put the vehicle in there. But let us just for a second search where my ventilators are. There's my ventilator. Yeah, you can hardly see them. So you can see either the ventilators or you can see the road signs. So let's put the vehicle in there. So what is lights containing? Ah, that's the spheres for the headlights. That's good. So we put that into a new display and say, come on, 2D material. Yeah. That's very good. If I'm looking on my output, I instantly can move my head once I get in my own way. So this one is basically the tunnel, and this one is basically the driver. So here we go. Driver into driver. Where are you, buddy? Where are you? I need to set the displayer to, not this, to geometry. Hello. Where is it? Oh, please don't. Please don't. Do you know what happened? I have a very, very bad feeling. So what might have happened is I got the settings wrong while importing. Oh, please not. So let's just for a second open up another scene. New studio scene. And put the driver into that scene. Okay. Ah, look at this. It already took over the materials that I applied in the other scene. Remember the scene from the beginning, the Studio One scene here? It applied the same. So can I don't want to delete that. Can I please? So we need to minimize that for a second. Then we need to just for a second light up that roadblock. No, it seems to be proper sized, right? Yeah, it's not exactly the correct size. Oh, it's a little bit below the ground. Okay, so maybe it's just below. Come on, get out of here. Below the ground. Is my driver here somewhere? Hello, I lost my driver. Okay, let's put the tunnel displayer into here. So tunnel, come here. That's also funny when I'm copying the displayer between this and that. Yeah. Wait a minute. There you are. Okay. So I'm just saving. Let's say restore view. Oh, okay. I'm just dumb. So, but that worked as a display that when I copy displays from scene to scene, I still have the same material coloring in here. So let's delete that one. We are back into our tunnel and say restore view. And there is our vehicle. Wonderful. Wonderful. I go here and I say, you, sir, remove from this displayer. You, no, not you. You, plane, remove part. You will be removed as well. Bella ciao for our Italian friends. Remove part. It's just some probes or something. Remove part. Nobody wants you. I know it's a bit harsh, but that's reality. So that was a bit too quick because I could have used that to measure. Ah, cool. How much I need to place the tunnel in a different direction. So, like this. So here it says I'm at -3, -0.3, and plus 43. So what I have to do is I have to create a translation, a transform, simple transform, calling it tunnel, putting these two underneath, probably, and then saying here, translation is like 0.43 oh boy, I'm going to blame myself, plus the 0.31 is 0.74850, I guess. And we are doing this on the tunnel. So we go transform and say tunnel. And if I have done my job right, my calculations and the measurement and everything, which I haven't, so my tunnel is literally now completely below everything. So I need to change this to minus. Got the wrong way around. So restore. Now we go this. Ooh, it gets a little bit beefy here, right? For the view. Computer müde. Computer tired. Yeah, a little bit. So you can see it's doing stuff. It's re-rendering right now. Yeah. Cool. Should not have done this. It's fine, it's fine. We wait. This would be way faster now if I switch to low rendering quality, because it will most likely only show the thing once the rendering is more or less complete. And if I switched to low quality, it's instantly. Yeah, it's very, very quick. But please bear in mind, this is just the very first, this is what we call a minimum viable product. Okay. Is that what it's supposed? Oh, we still have probes on here, which I did not want. Okay. We're a little bit stuck here. We just give it a minute and I will be back very, 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 very soon. Okay? I need some water. See you. So guess who's back? It's me. And I have closed the scene, and I guess I can reopen it. Ah yeah, here we go. Yeah. The issue is, wait, is it in the floor? Ah, the floor really has a thickness. See that? Oh, and we have bubbles here. Remove them. The thing is, it looks kind of pixelated right now, but if I just hide the tunnel wall and we have like free light from outside or an environment, that's like way quicker. We are still working on this. But as the first product, I think it's awesome. Just because... Did I just hide it? Did I just hide one of them? Okay. Yeah, it seems suitable for that car where it is driving, so let's move it over to the left side, which I just do with my transform. Hello transform, how are you doing? Tunnel. Tunnel. Translation. This direction, like 1 meter. Wrong side. So it's more like -2. Almost. So -2.5 maybe? I'm looking at the wrong screen again. Why am I doing this? Okay. But we had to adjust the right height, right? So let's get it a little bit lower, like -0.8. What? That's right direction, but actually not yet there. 8, no, 9, that's too much. So let's go 8.7. It's a little bit... Yeah, that's better. That's better. That's a decent patch. So, let's put it into perspective. And put the fans into the other fan left. And the other fan to the other fan right. Actually, I need to switch them in the screenplay now. But let's for now just show the tunnel walls. Yeah. It's kind of my flavor to have the tunnel and the environment really dark. I kind of like it, but I'm not sure if that's the best. Actually, the brown of the mud water looks really ugly, so let's maybe set another material here, so we go for liquids. Say Atlantic seawater. Oh, you can even see a reflection here. Okay, so shall we put some CFD results in there? Oh, we don't have the Simcenter logo yet. We need to put this in there. So, sine, curves, drive air, Simcenter 1 copy. Where's my Simcenter logo? That's actually Simcenter 1. Oh, it's there. It is there. So let's put it just into the driver because it already has a material. Here we go. Here we go. There we have it. So actually, if we wanted to, we could set material for parts. It's chrome right now. We could say, let's put it like that. A little bit light emitting. It is, I think. Well, come on. So blue LED Simcenter is metallic, has emission intensity of very, very few. So let's make this a little brighter. Over this, maybe. Can we make it brighter? That's too much. Sorry, that's too much. That looks ugly. That's not our style. So let's set it back for chrome. Set material for parts. I'm sorry. Chrome. Could even put on some gold wheels if we wanted to. Okay, so what can we do as CFD results in here? I'd say, with a small glimpse on the watch, we just copy something from earlier where I have a velocity magnitude and a vorticity magnitude. So basically what we're doing is we are recreating this right now. So for the velocity magnitude, I have an isosurface in here, and for the vorticity magnitude I put a resampled volume in there. So let's start with the velocity magnitude. We said we are doing a new displayer, and then I went for the isosurface. The isosurface is actually Q criterion, so a measure of constant turbulence, if you want so. I've created that isosurface, and normally I apply to that isosurface the scalar velocity magnitude. I'm not sure if you can hear this, but oh yes, here we go. Here we go. Blue blob. Okay, velocity magnitude it is. As a distinguished displayer. Let us say that's not distinguished, but let us say that's velocity magnitude. Okay, so field function, and I typed velo, and it says velocity down here, and I can select magnitude. And now we see something that's also new. The standard color bar is, I guess it's called turbo. That has changed in these scenes, and it's okay-ish, I think. I don't like, this is standard always green. Yeah, but it's just the beginning of our CFD visualization. So first we do the custom range, like 20 to 60 meters per second. Et voila, green again. We don't use clips in here. For color legend, let's keep it here for a second, but please, it needs no background. Okay. Some might even say it needs no shadow around that, but sadly I cannot work on this right now. So further, we're not using turbo. We can use, oh, here's something that I call turbocharge, or we can use Siemens, my Siemens color machine. A small little issue that is currently, so thank you, Medina, that's very kind of you saying that it looks really cool. One of the things that is not yet included in the studio scene when it gets released in July is when you have a scalar displayer, you can customize your transparency here, and it's more like a curve. So here we have a low transparent, a high opacity, so low transparency, and low opacity, low, high, and so on. And it doesn't resemble in the scene actually. It's all one opacity. It's constant. So I can, of course, say, okay, the whole opacity should get lowered. Yeah? But that's it. The thing is also, I can go for a surface finish. And in the other scene, I had something where I don't know where it is. Yeah, the studio material one, where I played a little bit around with whatever I could do to make it look more smoky. And it's tough right now. Not gonna lie. It's a little bit tough here. But that's for now. Yes, as you can see, it is too dark to actually see the CFD results in here. So what we would need to do is tune up the main lights. And of course that means render time. I'm sorry. There's no other choice. That's the drawback in dark scenes, right? Yeah, they are just dark. You need lights in the scene to get light on your geometry. You could also like look from the other side. But as you can see, you need some decent light on the roof to actually get some visibility of the Q criterion here. Yeah. Sorry about that, not sorry about that. So let's just overdo it. Make it 500. Et voila, our tunnel is bright. I'm not sure if that's what we are supposed to do here. But as you can see, the render times really go up now. And yeah, the whole scene gets brighter with every sample that we're actually doing in here. Okay. And still, despite that, it's still interactive, see? And you can even see that how much denoising we're doing on the fly. But once I let loose, it goes back to normal rendering. Okay, let's tune that one down here. Make the opacity a little bit higher, a little bit lower. 0.5, shall we? See, I don't yet like the appearance of the smoke. Let's go back, turn this one down here, and let's go back, turn the main lights back to 50. Okay, so we put that velocity magnitude away for now, because we are putting in another another displayer which shall be vorticity. And this one might even look might look better a little bit. So we are creating a new displayer here and say get the resampled volume. So it's resampling the volume now. Spooling it up. The issue is that I opened up the simulation on GPU, meaning that only 4 CPUs work on this. So it's working on 4 GPUs and on 4 CPUs. And that means all the resample has to be done by 4 CPUs right now. But we have it here. So distinguish of a resampled volume actually delivers nothing. So we switch to vorticity. And what I first did was vorticity magnitude, I think. And it's resampling now. I'm sorry, it takes a little bit. It's a large eddy simulation at the end of the day. Yes. Please display, and we see nothing. That's because it's all solid colored. So let's change it to this. It looks strange. What did I use to visualize it? Let's look at this. Okay, I need to also like customize the color bar a little bit. Let us go for the turbocharge MOP, multi-opacity peak, as I call it. And let's see, let's take a look what I did here. So I went for the scalar and said 10 to 5000 with log scale. So let's copy that, because why not? 10 to 5000. And would you be so kind to do something like this? I don't want to brag right now, but I like it. So what did we do for studio material? Nothing, actually. Okay. What we could do now is either extend this smoke or limit this smoke so it actually either stays within one line or extends to the tunnel walls. But just for a second, let me clip that. Let me clip the scalar at below min. Yes, so the tunnel gets clear again. Okay. I'm quite happy with the result, to be honest. And you can even brightly see that in the tunnel. So let's duplicate that display, because with vorticity you can also play around something differently, which I haven't done before. So we go for hiding this one. We go for, and that will be our very last action, because I actually have the chores to do today, like every Friday basically. So let's filter for vorticity around the driving axis. So we get swirls in one direction and the other. So I take I. And now it will make no more sense. Okay, it's resampling now. The issue is now we get negative values, and I have selected, what is it? I have selected logarithmic scale. See, that's why it's not showing anything, I guess. Okay, so let's first go for linear scale. And it's all invisible here, so disabling this for now. So let us start with making this scale here, symmetric to 0. Just like minus 5,000 and plus 5,000. Let us clip both ends, and we see nothing. Why don't we see nothing? Yeah, I guess because we have opacity in the middle. So let's change this. Holy moly! Let's see. That's what the color bar can look like when you really invest into it. Okay, the color map. We added a copy. Siemens turbocharge. MOP plus minus, I'm going to call it. And we say, let's put this here. No. Oh, maybe. Not sure in which direction I'm going to put this. Maybe let's try something different. Normally I put I put white in the middle. Yeah? So as a neutral color. And then to the ends I get darker or more intense colors. Today I want to put, it's actualizing every single change I make. I want to put black in the middle now. And make the middle 0 opacity. Okay, just like that. Okay, so to this end, what shall we do? We will basically put some yellow, red, pink, orange in here, okay? Because I just like to today. So we go for the, I can't, okay. Just say okay for now. Let's say okay for now. 5,000 seems to be a little bit much. Maybe we could just go for 500. Plus 500. Okay, see, we have a little smoke here. So let's go maybe minus 200. Yeah, I know. It's a little bit of tuning now. Okay, so first of all, the middle becomes black. That's a 0.5. Okay? Okay, so somewhere around here we should have colors in our color maps. Color palettes. Here we go. Is there an option to actually get these colors? So I want to start with that one here. RGB. Good. Get them in here. What is the scalar? This one is going to be violet. Okay. Okay, I guess I should click through the Siemens Visuals color palette first. What happens if I go for palette now? Yeah, they're in there. Perfect, perfect, perfect. The yellow will be extremely ugly, I'm sorry. But it is what it is. So I don't know why, but yellow colors in nice just like don't exist. You know what I mean? And orange. Ah, look, it ends. Ah, cool, 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 cool. We can delete that one here. And then we can put, what's the yellow? It's so ugly. It's so ugly, and I don't know why. Okay. Let's switch to RGB, and we have a decent black in the middle. Okay. So where do we have that? That's at 0.4. That needs to be at 0.6 to make it a little bit more symmetric. I guess I did it just like that. So this one goes to 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, and that's 1. That's 0, that's 0.1, that's 0.2, cool. And that's 0.3. Oh, wonderful, I matched it. So 1, 2, 3, 4 works, nice. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one missing, right? So actually we're putting one here and saying, you sir, can please go to opacity 1. Yeah, but I'm not sure. Maybe we should opt this out at the ends. Say, yeah, you're going down to 0. That's a decent color bar. Is it? Or is it not? I guess I'm removing these ones again and making the limits broader. So saying minus 300 and 300. Not yet enough. Let's go 500 and 500. It's not even enough because it's all green right now and all yellow. So let's go 800 and 800. See, the one side is almost here. Okay. I love it. You know what perspective I'm looking for right now? I want to look under the vehicle because magic is just happening there. But I also want to see some nice parts of the tunnel. Like, for example, the lights in the background. And if, I don't know, it's perspective is tough. And maybe I want to even see the reflections on the vehicle. And maybe I want to even see a little bit more from the side of the vehicle. But to me, this perspective is just maybe wrong because the car is driving from left to right. And the positive direction for us Europeans is the positive direction is from left to right, and this vehicle is driving from right to left. So this is like a little bit counterintuitive. But it works for me for now. So let's correct the view because I want to have it straight up. Say 0, 0, 1, so Z is in upwards direction. And I can let it render for now, and I guess that's all for today. So we went through a little bit of Screenplay. I showed you how to make the fans swirl. Did not make it work yet right now for the changes in the tunnel height adaptation, but that's literally the same. It works like from the same principle. We showed how to color the tunnel walls and everything, and showed a little bit of the perks when you copy paste displayers from other things. I showed you how to custom tree. I gave you a little preview of the new ray tracing, some perks, and I guess that's it. I'd be very, very happy if you like and subscribe, and comment down below whatever you loved about my stream and where I can improve. I'm very happy for that. Please also make sure that we can engage in real life if you want to. I am on LinkedIn. I basically live there, more or less, and I have content on other platforms. So I would be very, very happy if you just come by, say hi, and maybe we see each other in the next stream, which is hopefully next week. Thank you for tuning in, and have a nice weekend. Bye bye.